One thing Germany was not expecting to come out of South Africa's case at the ICJ was the fact that the world would now finally come to learn about the mass atrocities that the Germans, committed against Africans.
What's good, you guys, and welcome back again on another episode today. How are you all doing? I hope you guys are doing great. And if you're joining for the very first time, thank you so much for tuning in. In today's video, we are going to talk about the conversation that has been going on about Namibia's response to Germany supporting what Israel is doing to the people of Gaza. Germany is trying to interfere with the ICJ case, and Namibia was the very first country to call them out on the atrocities that they committed towards them. Namibia blasts Germany for endorsing Israel's genocide in Gaza, and they immediately reminded the world of the Germany's own genocide that happened in Namibia. And this happened between 1904 to 1908, where thousands of lives were lost, brutally murdered in Namibia. This genocide was the 20th century first genocide that these people committed, and it is called the German Southwest Africa. Germans killed 80% of the Iroro people. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and they killed 50% of the Nama people. So it was a very brutal incident. There was a particular video that I shared a few weeks ago of a girl saying, we aren't boycotting anything here, we are buying everything, we don't care about the genocide going on. If you have not checked out that video, go check out that video. This is the reason why one of the Stitch said, we are not surprised that you guys are supporting genocide, because it's in the history. We know what you people stand for. This sparked a conversation alongside the video of the president of Namibia making its way back to the media on how he schooled a German politician. I have put together all of this video, and I want you guys to sit and watch. In case you're still wondering about the atrocity that the German committed against the people of Namibia, just sit back, relax. I am sure this video is really going to help you. So without wasting much time, let's just get right into it.
Listen to the Namibian president handle the twisted, Eurocentric logic and condescending comment from the German ambassador. Black people should learn from this. No need to get angry. Just expose it for what it is.
There is in Namibia, for example, the number of Chinese people living here in the meantime is 4 times as much as, for example, the German community. And it's so far, it's not precisely the same what takes place all over the world. There are differences. And what I'm...
Mr. Speaker, yeah. What is your problem with that? Why does it become your problem? It looks like it's a more European problem than our problem. Yeah. You are so sorry for us. I don't see... Chinese will never come and play around here. As Germans not allowed to do that. Which Germans are doing, by the way. You talk about Chinese. We allow Germans to come offer visas here. Red carpet. Our people are harassed in Germany. Even diplomatic passport holders in Germany. And you come in here, Germans come in here as they want. So why Chinese talk about Germans? How you are treating us there? Chinese don't treat us like that. Diplomatic passport, we will handle our own country. Don't be sorry for us.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. Every time Westerner comes, it's about Chinese.
So the one thing Germany was not expecting to come out of South Africa's case at the ICJ was the fact that the world would now finally come to learn about the mass atrocities that the Germans, committed against Africans. The ones that they want you to forget, the ones that they will not acknowledge or atone for. How the Germans between 1904 and 1908 were in Namibia. How they called that land German Southwest Africa, and then proceeded to systematically wipe out 100,000 people of the Herero and Nama communities. Namibia, who are South Africa's neighbor to the north, comes out with an official government statement and says to Germany, sit down. We know what you did. And they give dates. They say in January of 1904, Germany, you invaded our land and did what you did to our people. And now today, in January of 2024, the same Germans want to tell us what is and what isn't. The same Germans want to be some kind of moral authority that the whole world should get behind. The same Germans are siding with the people who are committing mass atrocities today. These people are unrepentant, they are arrogant, Germans were also in Tanzania. They called it German East Africa, committing mass atrocities. All these things have to come to light. We have to learn them, and we have to throw it in their face and tell them, look what you did. We remember.
In a remarkable act of poetic justice, the president of Namibia has called out Germany for pledging their support to Israel at the International Court of Justice. Germany did so to support the notion that they've learned from their wicked sins, but Namibia stepped in to remind them that they never atoned for the genocide that they committed against the Herero and Nama people at the beginning of the 20th century. They put out a statement with the title, Namibia rejects Germany's support of the genocidal intent of the racist Israeli state against innocent civilians in Gaza. They continue in saying the German government is yet to fully atone for the genocide it committed on Namibian soil. Therefore, in light of Germany's inability to draw lessons from its horrific history, the president expresses deep concern with this shocking decision committed by the government of the Federal Republic of Germany yesterday. More, they say that Germany cannot morally express commitment to the UN Convention Against Genocide, including atonement for the genocide in Namibia, as they support Israel's genocide in Gaza. Why is this important? What's happening in Gaza is a classic case of colonial violence, as was the Herero and Nama genocide that Germany perpetrated in Namibia when it was German Southwest Africa. Raphael Lemkin himself, the Holocaust survivor who coined the term genocide, said that colonialism was inherently genocidal, and it is. One of the core reasons that Western colonial powers like the US, Britain, France, the works, cannot call what Israel is doing genocidal is because that would mean they are required to atone with the own genocides that they perpetrated against indigenous peoples during colonization. And using Germany as an example, I wonder why on earth there's been no reckoning for the Berlin Conference. Or why Germany has argued that the Genocide Convention can't be applied retroactively to past genocides, because that's just, not fair to the people that perpetrate the genocides. And the reason is incredibly clear because, the colonizers got to stick together. Any admission of guilt could make Germany and other former colonial powers liable to claims from other former colonies. In my optimistic opinion, I find this significant because it leaves Germany with, I think, two options. They either just completely ignore the people they genocided, which, kind of a bad look, not necessarily meaning that they would stop supporting Israel because they're not going to stop supporting Israel. Or they make some kind of minute admission to their colonial sins to be able to maintain at least verbal relations with Namibia. Small problem though. I would think or believe and hope in my heart of hearts that opening up any amount of colonial baggage for inspection would make the rest of it unravel very quickly. Because if you open the can of worms that is Germany's atrocities in Namibia, then you naturally are going to be forced to reckon with Germany's atrocities in Tanzania during the Maji Maji Rebellion, Britain's atrocities in Kenya during the Mau Mau Rebellion, Belgium's crimes in Congo Free State under King Leopold, and also Belgian Congo, Italy's crimes in Libya during the pacification of Libya, France's crimes in Algeria during the pacification of Algeria, and these are all just the ones that I know offhand, right? There's countless more. And that is a can of worms the West obviously does not want opened, but I don't see how Germany responds to this. And I think that's a good thing. Namibia has put their genocidaires into a corner, and now they're finally going to be forced to reckon with the shit they did. And
Namibia has entered the chat. Namibia has entered the chat. Why is this important? Because Germany decided to open its long throat and talk about, we're going to support Israel with what's happening because it's not genocide. You would know all about that, wouldn't you? Of all people that would know, that would be in their genocidal bag, it would be Germany, wouldn't it? And it seems on the surface like, why they're getting involved? They're getting involved because of what they did to Namibia. So the genocide that took place in Namibia between 1904 and 1908 is considered the first genocide of the 20th century. Imagine the first genocide of the 20th century, like it's top of the pops. But it's important to note it because a lot of things that then took place in Germany in the late 1930s through to the 1940s, in terms of the Holocaust, the ideas were being cooked up and inflicted upon the Namibian people. So as with most African countries that pushed against colonial rule, there was retaliation by the colonizers, whether Germany or Britain or Belgium or France or Portugal, all of them people there, right? There was pushback. So in this specific case with Namibia and Germany, the Namibians pushed back, and between 24,000 and 110,000 Namibians were killed as a result. Now look at that, the vast disparity in that. Was it 24,000 or was it 110,000? I'm pushing for it was over 110,000, right? So they did this through a number of means, whether it was starvation by keeping the Namibians in the desert so they didn't have access to water or food, or through concentration camps. That's where they trialed it first. Germany trialed the concentration camps in Namibia. And in 2004, I think it was around 2004, that was when they were like, oh yeah, we accept that the events happened. Prior to that, they were denying it. So they were denying that. 2008, they were like, yeah, but no reparations are necessary. It was only and I think it was 2018 or so, I could be wrong, where they finally gave back the skulls of Namibians that they took to Germany as part of their eugenics fuckery. Right. And then in 2021, I guess as a result of like the global like Black Lives Matter movement and all of those things, as a culmination, they agreed to 1.1 billion euros over 30 years to pay for initiatives to help communities that would have been affected by this genocide. But that's why they would be worried, because if we're looking at what's happened in Palestine in just the last few months, over 23,000 people have been killed. And now we think about how Germany killed over 110,000 Namibians, right? If it's then considered that what's happening in Palestine is genocide, then that means that Namibia could very well turn around to Germany and be like, that 1.1 billion, change it, run it up immediately. No country, no nasty country that's currently supporting Israel is doing so because they believe in, Israel's right to defend herself. Fuck you, Keir. It's not that. It's because they know that should this be accepted by, the bodies that would be, or the authorities that would be like, yeah, that's a genocide, like we have to get involved. They know that that would mean serious repercussions for them retroactively and presently, and they don't want that. So Germany, we see what you're doing, and Namibia, deal with them. Deal with Germany. Deal with them.
What are your thoughts about this whole saga going on? Do you know about the genocide that Germany committed towards the people of Namibia? Have you ever read that history? Have you ever read that part of history? The fact that they are even denying that they did that, or the fact that they are denying that it's a genocide after killing over 100,000 people, is very, very crazy. And now they are out there acting like the moral police, like they have a say in what is going on, when we already know where they already stand, even without talking. Let me know what you guys think. The media is not doing well to publicize what happened in Namibia, and I've seen a lot of comments of people saying they don't know about the things that happened in Namibia. They don't know about the atrocity that these people committed towards them between 1904 to 1908. If you have read that part of history, let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think about their response? Because we don't expect them to stand with the people of Gaza, because they themselves have committed genocide and they constantly deny it, and even talk about the fact that the people they committed these atrocities to do not deserve reparation. Let me hear what you guys think in the comment section, and make sure to share this video, because there are so many comments of people saying they don't even know. Even there are so many people in Germany that does not know about the things they did to Namibia. Like, the media hasn't really done well in letting people know all these things. We all know how the truth is always hidden, because they don't want people to know. And thank God Black people are waking up. The response of Namibian president to that German man being worried about the Chinese instead of being worried about their own people is crazy. They took over their land and killed them in the most brutal and inhuman way possible, and they still denied it after over 100,000 people lost their life. Let me hear what you guys think about all of this saga in the comment section. I love the fact that Namibia president is standing on business and speaking the truth and voicing out, and I hope other African leaders are going to follow suit as well. Let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you all so much for joining. Please subscribe before you go and turn your bell notification on, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, and I love you guys.